There we go. Hey guys, how's it going? Live with Joseph Haefs. Lexi. Getting her leg finished. Zoom in a little, guys. You can see they are finishing her leg sleeve today. Got some flowers on the inner thigh, back of the leg to do. Just adding a little extra shading and whatnot down at the bottom, some fine details.
And today's subject of the day is weed, marijuana, cigarettes, reefers. Lexi is weeding the 420 issue.
She's weeding.
She's weeding.
Was that intentional?
She's weeding through it.
Was that intentional, Elmer Fudd? She's weeding.
Well, she's worked at a large company, making good money, but you're not happy. And now she's interested in weed dispensaries out here, and there's good money.
Perfect timing,
And you would be happy, and you know, just like you know, being on here, sex sells. She's beautiful, but she also has a brain and can hold a conversation and has a good personality. And you will be helping people feel better and make better choices and heal. And,
I don't know how much they can hear. You got the music pretty loud. I just realized that nobody's commenting about weed because they cannot hear you. There we go. Okay.
The subject of today is weed, marijuana, cigarettes, reefers.
Yeah.
And I said
It's,
she's weeding the 420
It's
issue.
legal for recreational and medicinal use here in the state of Nevada.
And for any of you following me, I'm recently sober again, 12 days. That's from alcohol party favors. And getting stuck on social media. I'm making my posts, but I no longer go in my DMs. Michelle's the only one that goes on there. I don't scroll through. I don't comment. It's just learning discipline. And I've been reading more books. And even though I've been getting stoned at night, I'm educating myself watching YouTube. You know, like what have we been watching? It's pretty fucking cool. And then we talk. Even my oldest son, who's 21. We don't have much in common. He's a brainiac, and I showed him what I've been watching, and we had good discussions, and it's pretty cool. So, you know, it's all a matter of discipline, and you know, instead of getting stoned and watching stupid brainless movies, I'll watch YouTube stuff and educate myself. And even if I only retain half of it, at least I'm retaining something, you know.
Victor, is he high? Not now. He would never tattoo high.
No, I wouldn't be talking.
No.
I'd be really awkward. I don't get stoned at work. Only if I only had an hour or two maybe, but after I eat, I don't want to do shit. I'm useless. Useless as a bag of limp dicks. I say limp because if you say a bag of dicks, I'm sure there's a chick out there that say I can find this.
John Rezo, I don't understand what you're saying. Already, cameraman? Huh?
Alrighty, cameraman.
No, he said already.
Already?
Maybe he just spells like you do. Maybe he thought he said alrighty.
Alrighty.
Christian, you're so worried about Joseph's beard. Why is it only guys that are worried about Joseph's beard? So many men worry about Joseph's beard.
I I don't know. AJ told me to grow my beard back.
Okay, yeah. But for the most part, you also had 3 guys that day tell you to grow your beard back.
Only 1 out of 10 girls.
Christian says that without your beard, you look chubbier.
Chubbier? Oh no, that's because I stopped doing hardcore steroids and drank a lot this summer. It's real. No, it's for real.
It's not just the beard.
Why do you think I'm wearing a fucking shirt? It's not because I fucking care that people are talking shit. It's because I have 21% body fat now. It'll be gone in a couple more. I'm only, today's day 12, no alcohol.
Ryan Wingard, no, this is not your ex-girlfriend, Chelsea.
Could be. That's your stage name, right? Chelsea?
Yeah, that's
Chelsea Handler. Handling of the meat.
Chelsea the Handler.
Chelsea the Handler. I think that's cute. Shannon's stage name is Hunter.
Is it?
Yeah. You did?
She's a manhunter?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Stacy Garlock, Lexi, much like myself, we don't care for getting tattooed. It's not about the tolerance, it's about the patience to have many, many, many sessions. This has been a little over a year, almost a year and a half to do her entire leg, and she's a skinny, tiny little thing.
Yeah, so
it would probably take me a full 2 years.
We started with the train and then kept going.
So excited.
Christian, okay, I guess that makes sense. He said that he's only concerned with it because you bearded men stick together.
I probably will start growing it back, honestly. I don't want to go to a convention with a half-ass beard looking lame.
So after Miami?
After Miami, will that be November?
Yeah, but then you'll only have 2 months before Pasadena. But at least you'll have a good
I'll start growing it.
A little half-incher.
Fuck it, I'm gonna start growing it now. As of now, it'll be my sobriety beard. Still have no alcohol or party favors.
Well, it's almost No Shave November.
Right? This hot bartender at my last night's drinking with the Hogs and Peppers. We were talking, she's like, I know who you are, and then she gave me my beer and she's all, grow your beard back, and walked away.
Oh my gosh!
It's a compliment, right? Grow your beard back. A backhanded? Like
Carlos Pena, he actually uses After Inked. It's an ointment. He uses their product for during tattoo and after. It's a non-petroleum product. It's made with grapeseed oil.
How do you like using that after?
I didn't get it.
I didn't give you a too good?
I didn't get it.
Oh, what?
I might have left it. I don't know.
Yeah, I know I
left it.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I probably left it.
John Gibson, we are in Las Vegas, Nevada. It is Reverent Tattoo. There's the name of the shop if you guys can see it over there on the wall. I'll zoom in a little bit. We're Reverent Tattoo. We're on the east side of Las Vegas, Nevada. East side. He has been tattooing 16 years, guys. No A&D, Carlos. Just After Inked. Scott Lloyd, what's up? We will be all up in Canada next Wednesday. We're very excited.
He wants to take me hiking on Thursday.
What he's saying is, who wants to take him hiking and abduct him in the wilderness of the Canadian mountains? It's going to be like Misery all over again. They're going to hobble you so you can't leave. That was by choice. They weren't stuck there. Lexi, you just like leaned forward. I swear it looked like you like had a bout of narcolepsy. Like your eyes were low, so I could see your eyeballs, and you just like leaned forward. I was like, did she just nod off? Like,
I'm out.
And she's out.
Yes, gay movies make her sleepy. That was cool, huh? Should I ankle?
Oh yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah.
It's Lexi dust.
You put your elbow right in the... Sorry, guys.
I just pictured.
It's called ADD filming.
I just pictured what's his name? Iron Man. What's his fucking name?
No, fucking Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I pictured him with the.
Alright already! With the throwing, he's just throwing elbows. He thinks he's a MMA fighter or something. He's just throwing elbows all over the place. Does she have a boyfriend?
Yes.
She has 3.
Scott Lloyd, we are going to Victoria, BC. We are going for the Van Isles Tattoo Expo in Vancouver Island.
Okay. Let's just say she didn't have a boyfriend. What would you
Now
do?
what?
Yeah, now what?
So would it,
What you gonna do about
let's
it?
pretend she doesn't have a boyfriend. What are you gonna do with that info? Are you gonna DM her something clever?
She doesn't like DMs. She only likes text messages. I'm just gonna give her number.
Alright. 702-505-0530.
She
She only accepts a conversation if it starts with a dick pic.
and she prefers uncircumcised.
She's a fucking size queen. So be careful, guys. 702-505-0530. Send a dick pic and a little bit about yourself and your yearly income.
Jim Walter, that's disgusting. He said he's wearing his lucky white G-string that matches Lexi's hair.
Awesome.
Lucky white? Oh, I have.
It's his lucky white G-string that matches Lexi's hair.
What, the period blood? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I get it.
Or from all the
So maybe the
anal
band.
seepage.
Maybe the band is legit.
Maybe it's from all the anal seepage. I don't know. Yes, Scott says, bummer, he's in Windsor. It's a 5-minute drive across the bridge from Detroit. That's a bit out of our range. He's in Canada, but he's a 5-minute drive across the bridge from Detroit. So he is on the opposite side of Canada. He would take you hiking, but he is not anywhere near. Or he would abduct you. I'm not sure which one you were offering. Without being an asshole in your response, Joseph, Steve would like to know what made you want face tattoos.
Well, I usually say when people are kind of condescending with their question, I say because I can and you can't. But it was for commitment, and it was very, very much to keep me committed. Before I tattooed, I went through many jobs. I'm a fickle person. I get over things very easy. So being with my wife this long says a lot about how much I love her. And early on in my years, I wasn't very good. I didn't have I think my apprenticeship was fun, and I learned a lot about life and people, but I didn't focus on my craft, so I struggled for a while, and I was insecure, and I felt myself questioning, so I said, fuck it, I went for my face. And my mentor said, ho, 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 you're committed now. I said, that was the point. And then also, like Lyle Tuttle said to me, you're one of those one-uppers, huh? I had to keep going, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, because when I first started, if you had hands and neck tattoos in 2001, you were a tattoo artist or a rock star.
It was
now
a
you
job
go to
stopper.
now you go to fucking Applebee's and like,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, back then you couldn't have a job anywhere. Even up to just 5 years ago. It was known as a job stopper. Jenny Rodriguez, unfortunately, babe, he doesn't finish other people's work, and he also doesn't do portrait style.
Well, we have
She
three
said,
guys
what
that
would
do
it
portraits.
cost you to finish her chest piece of Dimebag Daryl?
Oh, awesome. I wish.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you know,
just
that
not
would be
his
cool,
style to
you
do.
know. I love Pantera. Pantera was my first concert as a teenager by myself in '95. Typo Negative opened for it, and it was the first time I did LSD. It was amazing. I was like the chick from Dazed and Confused that when she lights the lighter. After the show, I lit the lighter on my way up the stairs to light my cigarette, and I was like, ooh. And people in the library were like, yo! And I was like, dude, look.
Marie Aguilar, for each piece that's on her leg, Joseph would ask her for what she wanted it to be like the focal point. So like the toolbox is for her mom, and she's got the train is for your dad, right? Yeah, and she's got a bird cage down at the bottom. So everything has a different meaning to her.
I said a lot of things.
And then she would just let him kind of do his thing with it. So she would say what she wanted for the centerpiece, and then
I
he would
accepted
just do
her
it.
project long before I stopped doing colors. So if anybody asks,
Yeah. Lucky me. I love it.
has anybody asked you? Joseph did that? I thought he doesn't do colors.
No one's asking me that.
Jenny, get over yourself, sweetheart. Seriously. Well, she got an attitude. I didn't see her message at first, and I searched back through like 400 messages just to see what you asked. And she goes, tell you what, seeing as you won't answer my question, I'll just go to the guy who started my tattoo and have him finish my chest piece.
Then why the fuck would you ask me?
And then she says, your loss, later. And Kim
Later.
said, excellent work. What a beautiful piece of body art. Are you for real, Jenny? I don't think it's a loss to them somehow. Yeah, thank you, Kim. Exactly. People, seriously, get over yourself.
Why would you want me to finish someone else's tattoo anyway?
If you were just going to just go back to him, why would you even ask? If you're just going to go back to him,
Does he know that you're gonna be? Does he know that he's second place? I hope you tell him. I was gonna have some guy finish
it would be hilarious
and
if
then
he
he
watched.
was rude, and then it was like, all right, I'll have the original.
Fine,
guy
I'll just
do
go
it.
back to the original
Fine,
guy.
I'll settle for the first guy. That's like when chicks break up with their boyfriend, they think they're gonna get all sorts of dick, and then they go back to their dude. They're like, oh, it wasn't as fun as I thought. Take me back. Don't ask me questions though.
Aziz, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Nothing you're saying is making any sense. You got all kinds of different letters and numbers and.
Fine.
Hey, Matthew Resposo. Vikash, thank you so much. He said, wow, awesome guys from Nepal.
Thank you.
Cheryl Tyler, it's taken many, many sessions. Lexi's been working on this for about a year and a half-ish almost. Each piece is about 2 sessions. I think the train is being the largest one was probably 3 sessions to get all that done because you did the train and then shading and a little bit of color around it, and then you went back and added some more smoke coming out of the smokestack, right? Yeah, so I think that one was 3, inner thigh was 2, inner calf was 2, outer calf was 2.
No, that was 1, right? And then I just colored those in.
Right, but I'm saying it's still
Yeah.
2. So she's been with us for quite a while working on this.
And we both took breaks. I rescheduled a few times. She's had vacations and
Worked out perfectly.
yeah.
That's the thing is that this is just a true example, guys, that a leg sleeve is not done overnight. It's not like, you know, people are like, oh, I want to fly in from Missouri and have you tattoo me 2 days in a row so I can have a leg sleeve.
Like the skull Indian headdress I did on the girl from Dubai. She flew it. That's as much. The shading's a little choppy because I just, you know, it's all I could do in one session.
But there's only been 2 people that you've done a full quote-unquote leg sleeve on in 2 sessions, and it's only, both of them are only an outer leg sleeve. It's not the inner.
That's Chanel.
And that's Chanel and Michaela.
Yes, outer.
And they both did 12-hour
And they both
sessions
sat over 12
twice.
hours.
Yeah.
I'm the one who tapped out.
Yeah.
My fucking hands were going numb.
Gerardo said, haha, laughing my balls off. Great comment. It's like a used condom comment. Your loss. He's great. People must be happy to get a tattoo of him. Awesome. It's that I live in Holland, or else I definitely want a back head tattoo of him.
Dime
A
bag?
dime bag, yeah, I'm assuming. Victoria, you're so cute. She said, can we just pack me up and ship me to Vegas? I would die to get tattooed by Joseph.
Yes.
You're so cute.
You need a nanny and you can help perform its wifely duties. That face isn't saying yes.
That face is saying no.
You perform wifely duties.
Has he ever tattooed someone from Portugal? I don't know.
Yes. Yep.
Sure.
And the husband, I tattooed a woman, her lower back, and he talked shit to his wife in Portuguese the whole time.
Oh, that was the
And,
one.
and then when I tattooed him, he wanted his dick tattooed, and I did a scorpion on him. And when I tattooed it, because he was such a fucking asshole to his wife, I fucking laid that motherfucker in there. Scars, probably just a big black blob on his dick.
So there's that.
There's that. Yes, and yes, answered your questions. Yes, I tattooed a couple. I tattooed people from all over. Before I owned my own shop, I tattooed on Las Vegas Boulevard. So we get tourists from all over the world. I tattooed people from all over the world. I tattooed people where they didn't even speak English, and I had no idea what the fuck. They pointed to a picture, and we wrote down the price.
Hello, Wisconsin. Hello, Versailles, Ohio. Hello, Louisiana. Hello from Copper Cliff, Ontario. Lonnie Ratliff, thanks for joining us. Hello in Michigan. Kyle, I'm sorry, he is booked until October of next year, so he will not be available when you are visiting in December. I do, however, have 7 other guys that work here in the shop, or you could just stop by, pick up a t-shirt, say hello, things of that sort. Just so you guys know, Joseph actually has a shirt dropping tomorrow with Solon. They will be putting out one of Joseph's designs on a t-shirt, so stay tuned for that. You can go to their website and buy one of your own. For all of you who keep asking for t-shirts, you will actually be able to buy a Solon shirt online. We're pretty stoked about that.
And then they printed 2 of our own designs.
Yes. They actually printed our shop designs on Solon t-shirts as well. So that's pretty cool.
But my exclusive one is with them. The rest they just made for us.
Yes.
And put their tags.
It's actually art by 2 of our other artists that they put on Solon t-shirts. Matthew Raposo, I would say honestly your upper arm, bicep, shoulder area is probably the least painful. Anything on the arm, but that inner bicep area hurts. But the upper arm isn't so bad.
Okay, well, lay on your stomach.
Lonnie Ratliff, we are Reverent Tattoo. And here comes the fun part.
No fun part.
So right now you're just adding in some dot filler.
Yeah. Yep. Zoom in on it. Yep.
What's up, Jesse from Fresno, California? Does it hurt? Yes, it hurts. Is it enjoyable, Lexi?
Very enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
You like it. Doesn't make you randy.
Very relaxed.
Gerardo, he typically uses coil machines for most of his stuff, but for this dot work and stippling and whatnot, he uses a Dan Cuban rotary. Yeah, he always lines with a coil. There are some guys that line with a rotary, but it's not Joseph's thing.
I mean, I can. I've been hitting some things up here and there, like fixing the tips with some pedals and.
She has one tattoo on her other thigh already. They asked if you were going to get the other leg done as well, or just this one.
one and put smaller ones on the other one.
Yeah, patchwork traditional.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't.
Kind of like those over there. See the ones that my friend Buddy made?
Yes.
I'd like that type of style. That'd be good.
Yes.
So you said you're thinking about your chest, huh?
Or my arm, yeah, or my back. I don't really know. I want to do everything.
You know what, Val? Are numbing products cheating? Some people view it that way. It doesn't really matter one way or the other. We just don't like them because it compromises your skin. It makes your skin really rubbery and weird. And so the ink just doesn't go in the same way that it would if it was fresh skin. It temporarily deadens the skin. That's why it's numb on the surface, because it pulls the blood away. So when it pulls the blood away from the surface of the skin, it's dead and like just doesn't accept the ink as well. There's no blood flow, no circulation.
So I was actually going to have you look and get, order maybe some lidocaine or ask our doctor for a bottle of lidocaine to cover my chin, either with 432 or the rose. No?
You're fronting.
I wonder where we can order some lidocaine.
Nori McDonald, we will definitely give a shout out to Amanda. Please give a shout out to Amanda. It would make her day.
Hey Amanda, I hope you have an awesome weekend. Amanda.
Oh no, Billy, he wouldn't outline around the cheek like that. No, I think they're done outlining everything they're gonna outline. He said, will there be an outline on the cheek as sort of a stopper, or will it just kind of run free?
Amanda Hug and Kiss. Have you heard that before?
No.
I need Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Nope.
Nope.
Cute. Alexandria Mejia. I don't think he knows how many tattoos he has. We've never counted. We've been asked
I have
a
a
lot
couple
of
spots on
times.
my ribs, and then a big piece on my thigh, and then one spot on. That's about
all he has left
I've
open.
been getting tattoos since '95.
Jackie Quantrill, they are actually going to finish the leg sleeves today, so they're actually just doing some shading, a little bit of background filler, and coloring in the last couple of flowers she has, like you see right there on her lower butt cheek area.
Is that it?
Ew. We have
Yeah.
666 people watching right now. 666. Can we get one more,
Whoa.
please?
Oh wow! I've never had that. We've never had that low ever.
I don't know. It's just a shit time of day, I guess. Who knows? Bartos wants to know what kind of music is this playing right now?
It's like a new age. I made when I took the family to California. I was playing. I went for a jog on the beach, and I was in a Clash/B-52s mood, and it just started playing other cool like new age, and then a little bit of funky. So it's a playlist I've been making.
Say hi to Leanne Stamp. She just joined.
Hey,
I know. That's why I said, oh.
Girl.
I didn't want to interrupt him. Hi, Leanne.
I thought about you the other day when I watched Whiplash again. I fucking love that movie. Did they have a euphonium in the... Am I speeding or am I dragging?
Ted Laybourne wants to know if you can take your hat off for a moment for the camera. Whew, it's a little snug. you got a nice little imprint all the way down your head. It looks like you had a tight elastic band around your head. Was it cutting off circulation?
I don't know, if it's good. If it's low.
Again with the 666. Can someone join the party here?
Or get off.
Or get off. Suzanne Booth, the one that goes completely around his face is a snake. But he's got many on his face, so I don't know which one you're speaking of exactly. Gerardo, that's so nice. He said, nice, yes. I don't like lining with a rotary too. Nice, but shading is nice with a rotary. But I will stay following you, Joseph. You're my hero, and
Well,
I like the
thank
huge
you.
stencils you do. Hope one day to meet you sometime on a tattoo festival when I am better. Have a nice night, everyone.
Aw.
Have a good night, Gerardo. Thanks
You
for
too,
watching.
man. Don't give up. Hey, Gerardo, draw 5 drawings a day. If you're not fucking tattooing, all you should be doing is drawing. Take it from me. Don't waste the first half of your career half-assing it. Draw, 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 draw. And if you have a wife and family, if you're ignoring them, at least you're ignoring them for your craft, not going out partying or staring into the fucking TV or whatever distraction men have hiding in their garage. At least you're applying your energy to your craft. You only get what you give, man. I learned that the hard way. This industry is oversaturated, so you need to stand out, and you'll never stand out by giving it 50%. So cool, Gerard Butler likes this book.
Gerard Butler?
Yeah.
Nope, Gerardo. Gerardo Verruccio.
Wow, there's way more Italian. Oh, we gotta do our ancestry.
I know.
Have you done that yet, Lexi?
No,
We got the ancestry.com where you can
So
do
easy
the
you
mouth
are.
swab, the saliva swab, and it'll tell you what.
So what I want to
your-
do is, so tonight we'll do it.
Uh-huh.
So I think what we'll do is we're gonna write down what we think we are, and then fold it up. We'll send it in, and then we can so
See how
we'll
wrong
both say,
we
"What do you think
are?"
you are?" and I'll say what I think I am, and then we'll do a follow-up video of what we
Yes.
really are.
Heck yeah.
'Cause yeah.
My boyfriend's mom did that, and I was like, I didn't know you could just swab, send the swab in. Like,
Yeah, and
that was
so a
cool.
friend of mine, he's his whole life been told he was like 1/3 Native American, and they're from Texas. Like they've stood by their being Native American their whole lives, and he did the swab test, and he's like, not Native American, not at all. He's like, I'm actually 1% Asian. He's like, who knew?
That's so crazy. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that.
Yeah.
So you just
And
order
your
it.
boyfriend should do it, right?
Yeah, you just order it online, a kit.
It was like what, 120 for
It's
both of us?
yeah, it was like it's normally $100 each, but if you go on ancestry.com, if you buy more than one, it's like $75 per person.
Yeah, that is
So
nice.
it cost me like $150 total.
That's
But I was
good.
like, this will be fun.
And
Like
it's
we
worth
can.
it to like know what you are.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because your kids ask, and you're like, well, I. But yeah, so we should do that tonight, and then send it in, and then we probably know by the time we come back from Canada, maybe
Yeah.
it'll come back to us. I think it takes like a week or two.
Cool.
Hello, Diane Clark and you guys call it Brisbane, right? We say Brisbane, but I think you guys say Brisbane, Australia,
Brisbane.
like Melbourne instead of Melbourne.
Melbourne. North.
You guys add R's where there aren't, and then you take them away where there are.
North.
It's very cute to us.
And they say, instead of tattoos, they say tattoos. There's a D's in them, tattoos.
I wonder if all of our non-American viewers, do you guys get as entertained by the way Americans say things as we do? Because we just get like tickled by the way people say things. We think it's so cool or so cute. Certain things are so cute. Like I love our Canadians to say a boot. I was a boot to go. You are what? A boot.
You're a boat.
You are a boot. Yesterday when I was on the phone with Jordan from the Van Isles convention, there's certain words I kept picking up that he would say with his little Canadian. He even said it. He's like, so your friends don't want to go to Canada, eh? And I was like, hey? I wanted to mock him, but not in a rude way. It was so cute. Diane Clark, you like my accent? I have no accent. She said Bris Vegas.
She said, what?
Bris Vegas instead of Brisbane.
Hey, Jake. I need some ink. I need some color ink. I do not own any color ink. I gave it away. I need some color, bruh. I need a dark red and a red. Ah, fuck.
What you want?
What you want?
This is Jake. If you guys haven't met Jake, he's sponsored by Joseph Haefs Tattooer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's true.
He needs a red and a green.
Red and a green.
What red?
Dark
What green?
red, light red,
Light
and
red.
a dark green, light green.
So far, so good.
Yeah, he's just been doing the dot work. He's just been adding the dots from the ankle all the way up.
The dots.
That's why thus far she's okay.
Piece of cake right now.
Keep making her laugh.
Yeah, just a little dot here and there.
Budget doesn't go up.
Let me show her a picture of Josh. How was for you, Josh?
What you call it?
Who wants to tell jokes so that we can watch Lexi's butt jiggle?
I'm gonna try to hold it in now.
Oh, this is so cute. Who did that? This is really good.
Eddie did it.
Ed from Bad Apple?
Yeah, me and my boyfriend got matching ones.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it turned
Little
out.
fishing lure.
Why didn't you show me? It's
Oh,
really
I
good.
totally forgot. Yeah, he did like
Yeah. 2 weeks ago?
yep.
Roxanne White, I don't believe you. She said
How'd you
New
guys know
Zealand's
that?
got no accent. It's impossible.
They're they've known each other for a long
That's
time,
awesome.
so yeah.
Well, I was talking to, yes, thank you. Oh, and then a dark green too.
Dark green?
Yeah. At Hugs and Heifers, there's a friend of Ed's. I was like, man, that guy was trying to hang out with me like all winter and then spring and then boom. I was like, hung out with the ones. I was like, I don't know if I did something fucked up. He
Nori.
goes, no, Ed's back with
Yeah,
his
I've
girlfriend. Ed's
spoken with
such
some
a
people
good
from
girlfriend.
Scotland, and
He's
I
back
love
with
the
her.
accent as well, but it does take a moment to understand, and it's hard to not feel rude by saying, excuse me, what did you say? He said you wouldn't understand us in Scotland. I'm sure when you guys get talking to each other, I would sit there
How
like
do they know each other?
mouth agape and not understand.
How do they know each other? Lexi,
Huh?
how do they know each other?
How did it?
Does he have other tattoos from him?
Yeah, he's got a lot of work done by him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they know each
So
other for a
why
while.
didn't you go to him in the first place?
Joseph.
One. He's only like other greens, really like
Yes,
that.
that one.
No.
There's no dark?
Nah, I don't have that one.
Oh, you ran out?
I don't think there was any.
Yeah.
I just
No,
need to drop
some of them were bad, so I'd throw them away.
Oh.
You sat there with color in your cabinet for like a year without using any of it, and all of them got hard. I would go in and shake them up. Remember, Jake? We used to go in periodically and just shake
You
off
say
all the
anything
ink,
about that?
tennis elbows.
right? That's why he has tennis elbow. What was that again?
Nah.
Ah! Come on, Jake.
You know, just for my
What a hater.
You guys missed it. Jake did a nice
Oh,
shaking
oh,
motion
oh, it's a
with his
picture.
elbows,
All
but
of
he
it
will
is.
not repeat it. Oh, the Middle East is awake. I got my first fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too. I'm gonna call you, I don't know if I should call you Abdul Muhammad or Muhammad Abdul, because I can't read your writing. If you're going to comment with American English characters, letters, if you will, then your name should be as well, so I know how to address you.
Yeah, half those guys in that shop don't like you.
Oh no, Diane, it actually goes all the way around. It's a full leg
Talking
sleeve.
shit?
No, well, we went late.
Amy, no. He only does color on Lexi because she's been getting tattooed by him for about a year and a half. And he started the leg sleeve in color. He can't not do tops of color through the whole thing. It would be very unbalanced. That's why he has to borrow color from Jake in order to finish it
He's like
today.
asking what are the, I said the side effects, whatever your personality is.
Okay.
It'll be intense. He's up. I'll probably cry a lot. And then,
Hey, thanks for being a good sport. You're the first one to say something back after I tell you
He's kinda
fuck you
sensitive.
too.
Oh, yeah, big teddy bear.
Yeah. The last time we went live, he chimed in. He's like, shut up and take your shirt off.
Who did?
And
Ed? Oh.
yeah, look how good this is. It's cute too.
Here, get over there. Oh, it is. Lexi loves to fish.
Do you catch more fish than your boyfriend when you go?
Usually. Lately.
Does he tell you what the pool is?
He's so excited for me. He thinks it's badass.
My girl catches more fish than me.
Yeah.
Oh, Rusty Chef, unfortunately we won't be at the Houston Tattoo Expo. Sorry. We are sitting it out.
Chef. That sounds dangerous.
Chef.
Oh.
We are sitting it out in October. It's our son's birthday. So we're doing, right now we're getting ready to go to Canada, and then we will be doing Miami in November. So nothing in October. If we were going to do one, we would be doing San Francisco with the guys from Solon. Babe.
Alright, we're going to color this, the brutal part there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. There we go.
The green tattoo behind his ear on the back of his head, he's got a little skull anchor, and then I think on the other side is a tattoo machine. They are both green, and they are both behind his ears. I love that last night Maddox is like, oh, it's a boat on your stomach. He's looked at that all his life. And he's like, I thought it was a monster. None of us pay attention to what Dad's tattoos are.
I don't even know what they are.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like, oh, God, it's a boat.
I was scared for nothing.
He's like, yeah, exactly. I thought it was a monster. I don't know how he thought it was a monster, but in his 5-year-old mind, that's what it was.
He thought, in Newport, he thought that dude surfing on the wall was a monster at night.
Yeah. Well, because we got there when it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, so he was half asleep. And then when he woke up in the morning, he laughed. He's like, Mommy, I thought that was a monster on the wall. It's a guy surfing. I was like, yes, it's a guy surfing. Jake! Diane wants to know if you can come back in here and take your shirt off.
Take your pants and your shirt off.
She said please.
Diane Keaton wants you to take your shirt off.
Diane Keaton, is she famous?
Yes.
Diane Clark from Australia would like to know if you could come in here and take your shirt off. She said
There's
please.
nothing to see.
She said please.
Take your shorts off.
Take my shorts off.
Pretty impressive.
That's a different story. No.
Take off your pants and
You
jacket.
didn't see his post when I was naked? If you missed it, you
Take
missed
off
it.
your pants and jacket. Come on, you know you like that album. You know exactly what it is, but you don't want to.
Oh, I know what it is. It plays on
Blink 184, some
something
183.
like that.
No, it's a Blink 182. Take
Oh,
off
I
your
know,
pants
I
and
know.
jacket.
Clever title, not a good album.
Not a good drummer.
Great drummer. Amazing drummer.
What is who was the guy that was drumming for Ozzy when we saw
Oh,
him? Who was that? Where was he from originally?
The dude from.
He's so fucking good.
I said it was White Zombie, right? Or Rob Zombie?
Yes, he's a.
Oh, it
yeah,
was
he's a
Rob
drummer
Zombie.
From, yeah, exactly.
That's
he's a
what I
drummer
was-
from White Zombie.
Yes. Yes,
Right, good
yes,
call.
yes, and he's so good.
And Rob wasn't mad. He's like how,
If
How could
if
you be
Black
mad?
Sabbath says we need a drummer, would you like to join us? How could Rob Zombie tell him no? If you walk out that door, don't you dare fucking come back after you've been with one of the biggest bands of all time.
please don't come back with fun stories and knowledge.
Right.
So, are you still wearing your shirt? What's
Ain't nothing to see
You
here.
mean you have integrity?
No, I just don't work out.
Neither did Austin. He supposedly has integrity, but he wore no shirt. What'd he say?
Integrity went out the window a long time ago.
Oh.
Oh, when you came here?
Faith no more?
What?
I don't know. Somebody just said faith no more.
Maybe he was in. No, he's too
He's too young.
young. Well, he's our age. He would have had to.
Oh, no, it wasn't Mike Borden. I don't think that was that the name. No.
That sounds familiar.
It does, but I think this guy. No. No, I'm going to disagree, but you're probably right.
How is it, Lex?
Feels good.
Feels good.
No, I mean it's not brutal.
Not at all.
Really? Gotta have a new rotary. Cool.
Yeah, no, it feels good. Bearable.
Yeah, I'm using a new rotary to color.
No, you guys are completely wrong. It's not Mike Borden. It's Tommy Clefetos. I was like, nah, that wasn't the name. Nope.
Yep.
Nope. Nope, he's been associated with Ozzy, Ted Nugent, Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie, Black Sabbath.
Sweet.
Yeah, Tommy Clefetos. I knew it was.
That drummer went hard
yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
He kept playing while the old man took breaks.
Ben Codling, hello in Melbourne. Melbourne, Australia. Melbourne. Diane Clark, thanks for tuning in, babe.
Oh, it's tomorrow in Melbourne.
Huh?
It's tomorrow over there, right?
Yeah, she says she gotta get ready for work.
So how do I find the Icebox Canyon? Like maps or?
Yeah, you can just Google it, and it'll take you exactly like, to the parking, so you can park, and then there's a trail right from the park.
It tells you that's what trail. Is there a sign?
Yeah, there's signs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so so when you go into Red Rock,
It's only a mile, but there's obstacles.
it's like, to be honest, I really don't know. It seemed like a long time.
How long were you there out and back?
So we got there at like 5, and we left at like 7. So a couple hours.
Hold on, wait. Oh, you left right before the sun went
Yeah,
down.
It
Okay.
was perfect. It was perfect. The weather was perfect.
This was just recently?
This was yesterday.
Oh.
Last night, yeah.
Sweet.
It was so fun. There's all kinds of stuff out there.
Where's that trail out there? They have a bunch of locks hanging off the...
Oh, is it out there? I've seen people, I've heard people talk about that. I didn't know that was
Somewhere
out
out there.
there. Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, I want to go do that.
Something they leave hanging off the cactus. And I like, trails like that. It's people who respect nature. I don't think any asshole's gonna go venturing out there. Like assholes don't really stuff like that.
Yeah,
So what I mean is like if it stays there, people don't ruin.
exactly. Yeah. And they maintain it really good too. It costs to get in, so.
Oh, you have to pay to get in now?
Yeah, it's $7, but I think they're trying to raise it.
Wait a minute, I thought there's a... Oh, you have to go all the way into Red.
Yeah, there's places to go before you get up there.
Yeah, that's where I've been,
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
like
That's
right
where-
after that gas station.
Troy Welling, he wraps the tube like that because it kind of cushions it a little bit, and it also lessens the vibration.
It opens up my hand.
Opens up his hand. He has
Makes
carpal
it
tunnel
thicker.
from tattooing for 16 years. so he has his own way of wrapping. He uses an oversized grip tube, so it's 1 1/4 inch instead of a standard inch or 3/4, and then he wraps it and puts a cohesive bandage around the outside of it. Then, yeah, he's doing color on Lexi only because he started this when he was still doing color, kind of at the tail end.
She booked it. Right
Kind of at
when
the
I
tail
stopped.
end of him doing color. She booked her first appointments, and so he had already promised her, and he can't do one piece on her leg with color and then not do the whole thing. It would be very unbalanced. Daniel, she's actually got a train. I guess I could see where it kind of looks like a camera from here, but that's like smoke coming up out of the smokestack.
Right there.
Yeah, it looks like the dial around a camera, but it's actually a train.
Still not too bad?
Nope.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tim 6, hers is too. Everything else is black and gray, just the flowers are in color. So hers is kind of halfsies also, I guess you could say. It's just pops of color for the flowers. The rest of it's all black and gray.
I ran into Katie and her husband, the vape couple,
I know you're doing
at
that.
the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling them about the blue lights as well. I was telling Lexi too.
That's scary.
What did Biggie explain? The full like scientific.
The blue blockers, he says you wear blue blocker sunglasses when you watch TV because they put, there's a certain blue light. So if you guys have noticed, like if you have an iPhone, then your iPhone starts to dim out after a little while and then it'll brighten up a little bit. And that's to kind of break your focus from the phone because people were getting addicted to staring at their phones so much so that that's one of the reasons why people were getting lack of sleep or they couldn't drive without looking at their phone because they've become addicted to looking into that blue light. It affects the neurotransmitters, I guess, in your brain, and you get addicted to it, just like watching TV. So if you guys have ever noticed that when you're watching TV and then a commercial, say you're watching a TV show and it's very bright, right? And then the commercials come on and you're just kind of hooked, sitting there watching mindless TV that you really don't care about for hours and you can't seem to get away from it. But when you're watching a movie, the movies are much darker. So say you're watching a movie on TV at home,
Yeah,
but the
like, why is it
movie's
so much darker?
the movie's so much darker, and then a commercial comes on the commercial break, and the commercial's so fucking bright, and it's because they've got that blue lighting in the commercials that they have in TV shows or that your cell phone has, and that like gets you hooked on watching it, gets you addicted to it.
What time does Noel come in?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea, bro. He comes in like, later.
But he gets off at 2.
Oh, I don't know.
But
I know he comes in
anyways,
at 2.
so our friend Biggie said to wear blue blocker sunglasses because then you won't get hooked on watching TV. And that's the reason why your phone will automatically dim now and then brighten back up and then dim and brighten back up because
How long
someone
does it
sued
take to
Apple
fix?
for them being addicted
Oh,
to
it's
the
already
TV.
fixed right now.
How long did it take?
A few hours?
Oh, okay. Where'd you go? Over by your house?
Yeah, by my house this time.
So what do you do? Pull all your files and put it on the hard drive?
No, he was able to save this time. It wasn't the hard drive. So it's
Well,
some
if I
water.
want to go and have them because he keeps saying something's full,
The hard drive, probably.
yeah, they call it something else.
They'll
though.
take everything out for you. They'll charge you though.
Yeah. Oh, they'll take it out and then
Yeah.
I put everything in folders.
Yeah. But that way they can clean it out, and then that way you keep what you have want to keep.
All right.
Yeah.
Simon, shut up. He said,
I didn't want to pay this right now, but whatever. I just rather buy a new one next time. That'll be already $300 into it.
you had to take it in again?
It's not the hard drive.
No.
Some wire burned out inside and it wasn't connecting to the hard drive. So he charged me $35 for that harness and then $100 for
The labor
To fix
of
it,
taking
yeah.
it apart.
So I was like, I'm not gonna buy it. That's $300 already, a little bit over.
If
three.
it's anything more than this,
I'm
then
not. I'm not.
Today
gonna do it.
Thursday?
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, Andy takes Thursdays off too, right?
Yeah. Simone. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be here. I'll be here tomorrow.
I'll be here all
early.
day.
An appointment 10 tomorrow, and then I'm tattooing the mechanic tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Fun.
We'll see you guys mañana.
Bye, Pedro. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks, sweetie.
See you later.
So Simon says, good night. Simon says, hi
You
everyone.
got me was fucking sick.
Huh?
The truck.
Yeah.
$64,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
$64,000.
That's how much she had, because we were both like, oh, this is so nice. And I was like,
I want
I wonder
one.
how much they cost. And I was like, yeah, cool.
So many
we are
fancy
not
things.
getting an Infinity SUV.
That's right.
Not happening. Yeah.
Nice big old monster truck.
Right? It feels like it.
Oh, and it romps. It gets
It's a
up.
fancy monster truck.
Maddox said this morning, what he came on, he goes, Mom, can we take Dad's rental car? It's kind of like a, what did he call it? The Bat something. There's one of the Batman vehicles. There's like a big one, the Bat Tank. He's like, it's kind of like the Bat Tank. And I was like, of course it is, Maddox. Yes, we can take Dad's rental car.
Of course it is.
So anyway, Simon says, hi everyone, I need a little advice. I recently had a massive torso piece done of my brother's wife. Everyone's going mental about it. I can't see the issue. He seems to think that something is going on, but that's not even close to the truth. What's your opinion about it? I had a tattoo of my last best friend's girlfriend done, and when we were really tight. It sort of feels like every time I have a new tattoo, people are so rude and lacking in decorum. I don't have this sort of problems when I'm in church with my tattoo of Jesus Christ Almighty eating a few pancakes on my quadriceps. The parish thinks it's off the hook. This is Simon Wallahan. Shut up, Simon.
I like it.
Yeah. You can get your next tattoo of Joseph, and I promise I won't trip out on you, Simon.
Eating a bag of assholes.
Yeah, Simon, I hear you on that. He says,
Oh, I was like, where's Noel?
I was running late. I told I was running a little late.
What's up?
I told Cartoon I was running a little late.
Yeah. Tell me. He's not the boss. He just rents a booth. So yeah, you have my number, right? Yeah. So that's to tell you. As long as you always communicate, yeah, tell me. What?
I guess he's running a little late, or did he get here already?
Huh?
Did he get here already?
I don't. He's on schedule. He's not booth rent. If you do booth rent, then you come in whenever you want. If you're, you'd be on. But as far as now, I just want you here, like everyone up paying your dues and seeing how, you know what I mean. But if it works out and we decide you go booth rent, then you could just make it schedule. As of right now, you're trying to like earn your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
If you've been tattooing a bunch of years, then it wouldn't matter. You rent a booth. Kind of like Andy, I gotta have a talk with him. He's doing good, but he got comfortable with kind of like, I know you're done your apprenticeship was with me, but he's still, he should still be like, hey, is there anything I could do? He got really comfortable real quick.
Right.
Still a great dude.
That was something I was trying to talk to you about.
Oh, you noticed that?
No, well, I mean, it's been kind of like very like short talks when we had, and there's a lot of stuff. I figured that you as a
Yeah,
I'm gonna
have a talk with him. Yeah, he was really great, and then he just got, after the past couple of weeks, his attitude's changed, and I'm like, yeah, it happens. You're like, finally made it. Like, nah, when you finish your apprenticeship, you ain't made nothing yet.
Right.
Yes, you're good, and I give him compliments, and Solon liked what he did, and so I was like, just be proud and excited, but still like, hey man, is there anything I can do? Is it okay if I leave? And didn't know. Palon's been here 2.5 years, and he's still, hey man, is it okay if I take this day off? I was like, bro, your booth rent. He has respect. He's not an ass kisser. He is just overly communicative and like what would you say, Palon? I mean, Michelle.
not Pelon. I don't know. I wouldn't say right now since we're on here, but I could.
Why not? Shop talk.
Well,
I said this isn't fake TV.
no, it's not. Absolutely.
No, we're saying he's great. He's
Yeah,
he's always,
absolutely.
I'm just saying, what would you call like? It's just a respect, like you don't have to do. He's like, yeah, it's just a respect thing.
No, that there's no other way to say it. That's exactly what it is. It's just a matter. It's a matter of just communication.
Another
more
thing
than
is like when I
anything.
try people out, people are always on their best behavior, and then they get comfortable. It's like,
Right.
oh, all right.
You can,
And I was very guilty of doing that, shop to shop.
What they say, they take kindness for weakness. Or
Yes.
People
And
actually, like, you
that's
see
what
true colors
people do that to
afterwards.
me. People do that to me a lot. They mistake that how nice I am
I think
for
it's
being something
common, though.
else.
It's,
Yeah,
it's more common than what people think. Like, once they feel like, all right, I could probably get away with this now.
exactly.
But
And
it shouldn't be like that.
And
yeah,
it's
they
not-
start to overstep their bounds.
But like he was saying, like Pelon, I think he's done it long enough. He's been around the scene long enough to a point, like he said, it's respect.
But he's
Can't
also
tell it's
appreciative
communication.
because he came from shops.
Yes.
Because he knows,
He
yeah.
also came from shit shops he's embarrassed of, and so he's like, I'm still so grateful, homie. Like,
Yeah, he's happy to be here and doesn't want to fuck anything up.
oh, that's right. And it's okay. My
Yeah.
hands are already washed.
He'll-
My hands are already washed under this. Thank you. But yeah, that's all I'll do is I sit him down to say, hey, you still gotta like pay your dues. Like, you finish your apprenticeship with him, but you're still new. You should always be like, hey, can I clean? No, not just leave, but you should like, hey, I'll clean this half. Big Pilon. He was like, when we first got that half, he was mopping the other half. I'm like, bro, you don't have to do these. I'm not. I take pride in my.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. People sometimes just take a lot of pride in something like
Yeah, I was
that.
like, he's someone to you know.
And that man, no matter what it is I need, if I'm like, hey, what day this week do you not have anything? He'll come in, he helped me like cover all the windows, he'll bring in his equipment, he'll meet me at Home Depot to pick stuff up if I need help with something because I don't have a truck. Like, he'll always do the most for us. You know, he laid all the floors in here and in that side and then all the rooms. He's gonna do those ones out there for us soon. Like, and he don't
dependable.
he don't ask
My
for
boss,
anything.
He's that's what I told Megan when she's missed work a few times. I was like, he's been here 2.5 years. He's called in sick once.
Yeah.
And he's older. He should be getting sick, not a 22-year-old. So he's a very good. He's my best. Most loyal, respectable, drama-free, dependable. You know, he tries, and he's a good example. And I tell her he's a good example as a man as well. He's very chill and reserved, and he keeps to himself. There's things I can learn from him as a man, you know. So, man, you make me look bad. You do housework at home, and then you come in. Granted, he doesn't work as hard as I do when it comes to tattooing, but he'll wake up and do remodeling his wife's old house, and then he'll come to tattoo. I'm like, Jesus.
That's how life is. It's a learning experience.
Yep.
I don't think we ever stop learning, though.
No.
No.
Man.
Because as soon as you think you know everything or you covered everything,
There's always something more.
No, I was saying earlier, like last night, I was.
Then you have that all moment. Like,
The more, now
Yep.
that I'm 38, I don't know fucking half as much as I thought I knew. No, man.
yeah, wisdom comes in different ways.
I'm just starting to read. Yeah, I have street smarts and people, but I'm just not educated. So that's what I'm doing now is educating. And I'm like, the more I'm reading and watching YouTube videos, I'm like, fuck, I was a dumbass. I didn't know shit. A lot of people will just repeat what other people say and not know, you know, it has nothing to do with knowledge. You're just. Kind of like tattooing. If you're just copying other people's stuff, it's like you got to ask yourself, why did he draw? Why did he or she draw it that way? Why did it? You know, ask yourself, like, why did they draw it that way?
You're talking about some specific.
Anything, you know, like why did they shade it that way? Why did they lay it out that way? Why is it tweaked that way?
Tricky Monroy, that's a good question, and I'm sure she'll agree with me. I just had the back of my thigh tattooed the other day.
Tricky.
Yes, it's difficult to find comfortable ways of sitting or laying after this session. Yeah, Lexi?
Yeah.
When you get the back of the thigh done, yeah, it's especially in Vegas with the heat. Like my seats, even though it's down to like the high 90s right now, the backs of my seats, like the back of my legs are like raw from the tattoo, and trying to sit down on the seats, it's like just feels like it's fucking cooking. Like,
In the car, you talking about?
yeah, sitting down in the seats. Even right now, like the back of my thigh's healing, and it like I just tried to stand up and it's like stuck to the back of the seat. Fucking horrible. The first couple days, I had so much plasma coming out of the back of my leg that like my clothes kept sticking to it. Every time you peel it off, you feel like you're peeling your fresh skin back off. The worst. Yeah, she's gonna have fun since this is her final session, so it's kind of a once over. She's literally gonna have her entire leg will be tattooed from top to bottom all the way around in small sections here and there because he's doing all those dot filler also. So this will be a fun healing session, Lex. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
Brian just sent me a picture, babe. He just posted one of your tattoos on the Kingpin site, and he quoted the Ink magazine and said the Hefner of tattooing.
Hey, well, look at this over here. This chick's like, why do I keep the girl I tattooed the other day, Bree? She's all, I keep looking at that card. Why is it like that?
This is our buddy Brian. Brian, this is for you.
Burt Reynolds. Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds.
Not
Brian Stover from
Brian
Kingpin
Stover.
Tattoo Supply. This is his business card. Quite possibly best business card you will ever see.
Would you go to a tap party?
No, I'm fucking going crazy at that auction.
Oh, you got a new fucking massage
Shut
table?
up. What'd you get?
Yeah, I got a
Dildos and massage tables?
for like 2 pennies.
What'd you get?
Just a new table and some
Ink?
shit.
Oh, they say you got ink.
Bought a fucking kayak.
Bought a kayak? Are you
Dumb
bringing-
shit I don't need.
are you
I was like,
bringing-
that's tight, it's $12.
I'm gonna sit in my living room.
I know, I'm gonna
Eat
just
bowl
chill my
cereal.
living room, watch TV, smoke in my kayak. It's like $12, bitch.
Hey, our t-shirts are made tomorrow. They drop tomorrow. The one that you made, they're all on white shirts.
How many different designs is there?
3. The one I
3.
made, the one Andy made, and the one Tyson made.
You talking about the one for Southern or the one for the
Yeah, so the one so the one for Solon that Andy vectored, and then he made one with the dagger and the spider and the rose. They fucking liked it, and then Tyson did one with Reverent and a traditional rose, and so they get dropped tomorrow.
They printed them all. So we were going to have ours printed that Tyson and Endy did. And they asked to do one of Joseph. And they said, you know, if you guys have shop shirts that you need printed, we'll print them for you on our Solon quality t-shirts. They said, if you don't mind, we'll put a Solon badge on the sleeves and the Solon tag in the back of the neck. There's even a Solon price tag hanging from it. Like, I was like, who would say no to that?
Right.
Of course, sure, we're okay with it.
I'm a big selling groupie.
Yeah, but their quality of their
I'll let
t-shirts.
you pick a hat.
So it'll have
That's
that
my
little
new one.
badge
Oh,
on
that's
it.
my-
Oh, you got another
Where's
one?
my? That's my Jack.
they
I
sent them
got
12.
12 of them.
They sent them
Oh,
12.
wow.
That's my Jack Rudy one.
That's dope.
Then they made ones for their specific family. He's like, I don't care if you don't like it, put it in your closet. He's like, oh, that,
But you
fucking
can
give
never,
it away.
if you can never give it to
collectible?
someone else. If you don't want it anymore, you give it back to Solon. It says Solon family on the back, Solon family on the inside, and they only give it to people who have put out a T-shirt for Solon.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna design a badge, but when I'm in, when we go there,
So a meeting?
I'm gonna have. So Uncle Jeremy is like the main. He's the face goes out, and then Ryan.
But his partner is Ryan.
partner's Ryan, and Ryan's a tattoo artist. They started it in their hotel room, like years
Like
ago.
15 years ago, yeah.
So Ryan's
20
gonna
years,
do,
20
Ryan's
years
gonna do
ago.
my badge.
Oh, he is?
Yes. So what's funny is the guy, the convention we're going to in Canada. The
I
guy
think you
who's
should
putting
get
up,
it. I think you should get it back here. You have
that
a little spot
yeah,
right
that's what I'm
here.
gonna do.
Oh, the little badge?
Yeah.
So in Canada,
You have just a little spot. That's all you have
in
left.
Canada, the guy who's putting on. So I'm tattooing this super babe tattoo model on Saturday, and
She actually just sent me pictures of her thigh.
and she's in kickboxing with the owner, with the guy who's running the convention in Canada. And she got a Solon badge on her face, and what she?
Well, I don't know if she's in kickboxing with him. He said he came out of kickboxing and he saw her and she had a Solon badge on her face. And he was like, oh, hey, I run the expo that we're having here next week. He's like, you should come check it out. She goes, I'm actually getting tattooed by Joseph. And he's like, well, what a coincidence. He's a Solon artist and you have a Solon badge on your face.
It's a fucking small world, right? Canada?
Yeah, she has a, look, here's her, she's got a good area.
Perfect!
Yeah.
That's Saturday.
She's got some long, skinny legs like
Yeah, they look
Lexi
like
does.
Lexi, that's, yep. Lexi legs.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's good. She's got a nice long leg.
Should I call her Sexy Lexi?
It's not a tiny little
No
leg.
disrespect,
It's not
my
too
friend.
skinny.
I'm not her type anyway, it's okay. I'm not a good fisherman. I didn't catch nothing with the kids. But this Asian lady had a fucking bucket full of fish, damn it.
Oh, they know the secret.
Yes!
That's what I said. She's got some kind of power bait that she's making, like
They know.
homemade. Fucking, she's putting kimchi on the line.
For sure.
I wouldn't doubt if it wasn't like fish with like a kimchi sauce or something, because it needs to smell. Needs to have that
Needs to stand out.
fermented. Yeah.
I could just use. Oh, she uses period blood. But what day do you want to take off? I always say take at least one day off.
Well, I don't know. That's what me and Tool were talking about the other day. Cause you said I pretty much have to be here when he's here, and he don't really like have a
You don't have a set
schedule
day.
down. So I've been coming every day.
So no,
and
I
I'm
mean
like,
I trust you now. So just I want you to be here for the next 30 days. You're on the trial run,
yeah.
and then if you know it all works
What,
out.
you
Then,
think I should probably like talk to whoever gas days off hours like that?
no. So right now you wouldn't be doing walk-ins anyway. I'm not taking away from.
But I mean, like,
But
I
if
don't
there
know.
is, it's but so.
I'm not talking about like walking. I'm talking about like maybe help or like just to have people here at the shop.
Yeah, it's okay now. I trust you. I was just like, well, I don't fucking know this fool. I have a good. I still need,
Of course.
I have a good feeling about you. I don't think you're gonna fuck up a good thing anyway. So, I just, we'll talk when we're not on live right now. But you have your family with you at home. What's your family day? Sunday?
Yeah, that would
How
have
you
been a good
doing?
day.
Take Sundays off.
Cool. I'll do that.
That way you don't have fucking any work. It's
Whole
fucking-
day off.
Whole
Yeah.
day off.
Cool.
So we'll do that. So we'll do that for now. You're kind of seeing how you grow. You're also paying your dues here. Putting in a lot of work, and then as much as you can. And then we agree. Then you can just go booth rent, and you're still able to do both. It's okay if you want to do the other job, or you could just submit yourself, whatever. I'm sure you need until you build a bigger clientele. Because they pay you well at that other job, yeah. It's good. Good for you.
It's actually, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have bought what I actually own now. They kind of like gave me that little kickstart, and I'm very well surrounded by good people, including yourself and Tunes. And if it wasn't for these guys, like man, I swear, like I felt like giving up, like it's too much, it's
Oh
too
yeah.
expensive.
I thought that place was kind of sketchy too.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Huh?
are we gonna do?
Yeah, guys, I think we've got some business to talk about here, and he's got to get kicking on this
Oh, yeah,
leg,
I'm at the ball now.
otherwise Lexi's going to hate us even more. So we're going to sign off, and you guys can check out the final product later on this evening. Check out Reverent Tattoo on Instagram and Facebook. Joseph Haefs Tattooer. Thanks for joining us.
And Sexy Lex.